What's up, everybody? Smyers here. Today, I want to show you how to make the bass to Leave Me Alone by Fred Again. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here or if you have seen any of my videos in the past and are not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. This song, Leave Me Alone, was made by Fred Again, Skrillex, and Fortet. Only Fred Again is credited as the artist, but if you go into the credits, then you can see that Skrillex and Fortet, and there's like some more credits of other producers that have worked on the song. But anyway, this bass is just like a Reese bass, something that you would hear in like a D&B song, but it has this like really cool wobbly effect. And I'm not exactly sure what they used. It sounds maybe like it was a sample, and then when that had like a wobble effect in the sample, and then when you pitch it up and down, then that wobble effect would get faster if you pitched it up, or would get slower if you pitched it down. But sometimes the sample or the sound, like when it would pitch up, it wouldn't also pitch up the speed of like the wobble. Like the wobble would be different speeds. So I don't really know like what was causing that, but I just, I made this sound in Serum, and I went through the each of the hits of the melody, and I automated the wobble effect to try to get it to match to the song. So this is something that I wouldn't really recommend this if you're just like in general, unless like it's for your song, you want to have like the wobble like really unique. But I wouldn't worry about like getting these exact automation amounts correct. So this top one, if you look at my automation, the top one is going to be the rate of like this wobble effect, and then the bottom one is going to be the level. So let me just play you what I came up with. And so I'm automating the rate there by varying levels. And the way I'm doing that is, here is my preset. I have the rate and the amount assigned to these macro knobs. And the rate is going to be this LFO1, and the amount is going to be in the matrix, the aux source of the LFO1, and it is assigned to the amp, which is like the level of the sound. So that is at 100% in my matrix. So we can just go ahead and I can just show you how I did this from scratch. So let's do voicing at mono. I'll turn on this sub and do direct out, and let's set this level at about 80%. And for a Reese bass, you need just like multiple voices of unison, and a saw wave is the simplest way to do a Reese bass. And I'll take this detuning down and raise up this level. And then I'll just add on a MG Low 24 filter, adjust this cutoff to about 300 Hertz or so, raise up this drive, and this resonance, we can probably just leave that alone. And then from there, I'm going to go into my effects. I'll add on a soft clip distortion and put on this post filter, setting this filter around 300. I've got this drive at 100% and mix at 100%. And then to get like more distortion out of the hits of your notes, like if you hit some of the notes harder, what I like to do is just go to this velocity and assign it to the filter now. And if I play it, there's going to be varying degrees of the distortion, or the filter is going to rise up if I hit that note harder. So let's just do this at like 22 or so. And then I'll just add a bit of a EQ bump around 150 Hertz. And now to get that wobble, I'm going to add on the trigger, and then I can go into my rate, turn off the rate, the BPM rate, and this is where you can actually automate it. So let's go ahead and assign this LFO1. I'll go ahead and drag it to my to the source in my matrix. I'll go to global, go to the amp, take this to 100%. Let's play a note. And if I play around with this rate, and then if I want to control the amount, I can go over here and assign this to the aux source. And so if I drag that all the way down, it takes off that wobble. And if I drag it all the way up, you can hear the full effect of the wobble. So that's what I did to recreate like the sound to try to match the track. But what I think you can do is you can use this note modulation. And what this does is it will, if I assign this to a parameter, it will change depending on the note that you play. So you can see that as I go up on my keyboard and play a different note, this green thing goes up. So if I drag this, click it, drag it to my rate, now the rate is going to increase depending on the note that I play. So like if I just play the notes from the track, and let's slow down that attack a tiny bit. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a clicky sound. So there you can hear, like, as the notes change, then also the rate changes. And you can play around with this rate, the amount of the modulation, but that's kind of like what I would recommend to do for your song. You could also do the same thing where you take your macro knob and assign this to a rate, and then you can get do some automation with this rate, and let's create this to be the amount. You could also like automate this and automate this amount. And also use this note effect if you want to. So those are, I mean, it's pretty simple sound, I think, throughout the track. Once you kind of like figure out that wobble effect, throughout the rest of the track, I think during the chorus, you can just like add on a bit more distortion. So I don't know, you could add on maybe like a saturator. And play around with the sound. So that's like a cool like respace sound you can use for these like D&B tracks or like any other house tracks. So pretty cool sound, pretty simple sound to make. Just wanted to show you kind of like how I try to recreate the wobble effect and try to match it by automating it. If you do want to grab this preset, I'll put a link down below. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like, and also please subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. And if you'd like to check out any of my Serum preset packs, head on over to store.smyers.com.